Dear teachers, welcome to this video in which I'll be explaining the concept of Teachers E-Kit that we have evolved. As you're aware, one of the main objectives of the Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching of MHRD Government of India is to develop teacher-specific material as open educational resources in a structured manner which can enhance the quality of teaching at the national level. Now, to achieve this goal, Guru Angad Dev Teaching Learning Center at SDTP Khalsa College has evolved the concept of Teachers E-Kit as open educational resource which can be utilized by all the teachers at the national level. This Teachers E-Kit aims to prepare and provide all our teachers a digital kit for implementing blended learning and the flipped classroom concept in your classroom for the teaching learning process. It is a unique blend of subject, pedagogy, and ICT. So, for every subject and every topic, a teacher, if provided with a kit, it will be having manual with talk guiding him or her how the topic has to be introduced, how you can show some videos in between your class, how you can use the interactive tools to make classroom more lively, how assignments can be given, how crosswords, interactive games and all can be given to your students. So ICT tools along with the pedagogy and for each and every topic of the subject. That's the concept that we have evolved, and how it will be done, I'll be explaining to you. Each teacher's e-kit aims to cater to teaching material which is required by a teacher to teach a particular topic in a conventional 1 hour class. So 1 hour class will be now equivalent to one module of teacher's e-kit. And it comprises of four components as a four quadrant format that we have evolved: teacher's manual, teacher's presentation, teacher's assignment, and teacher's no more. Not only four are the minimum. For that it qualifies to the requirement of e-content in a four quadrant approach for you also to benefit as points. But there can be any number of other quadrants. They can be additional files like PPT or doc or XML or HTML files. They can be interactive crosswords. They can be automated Excels, quizzes, your screen capture videos, and so on. So now it is about your imagination and the creativity and using your expertise in particular topic that you have been teaching by your that rich knowledge, integrating it with the pedagogy which is required for the blended learning flipped classroom model, where what all questions, what all problems, what all activities can be given to our students, what resources can be given to the students to learn from web or otherwise if you have created. So all that has to be integrated, your topic of the subject, the pedagogy and the ICT tools, and obviously your creativity and your experience, which you can share it with the rest of the country. The four quadrant e-content development will be done as per our mandate, to begin with in subjects chemistry, commerce and economics. So chemistry, commerce and economics teachers for UG level as the first preference, and then it can be extended to the PG level as well. So as teachers, you can contribute in its development, as well as you will be then able to use it for adopting the blended learning in your own classroom. And needless to say, other teachers will also benefit from your this contribution. And all these resources can be shared at the national level through the PMMNMTT portal. with due credit to you as authors or co-authors, and even the reviewers who will be contributing, they will also be duly acknowledged. For your this contribution, you will be given a certificate for one module e-content development in 4 quadrant format, provided this has been approved by a senior reviewer and is of free of plagiarism as per the norms. So all chemistry, commerce and economic teachers are welcome to contribute in this national endeavor. Now I'll be explaining how to develop this teacher's e-kit. And before I do that, I will appreciate if some of you can volunteer and take the responsibility of entire paper or course development as per the model CBCS syllabi of UGC, so that all the topics which are required by all the teachers of our country can be fulfilled. Otherwise, it will be a scattered lot. Some will contribute X topic, Y. It will be a coordination difficulty also. So I'll request if some of you come forward in this mission that we have taken and take the responsibility of entire paper, that okay, now I'll form the team of author or authors and then coordinate the reviewing also, and it can be done for that. And what you have to do is every paper you have to divide the syllabi into 35 to 40 modules. For each module, you can identify one author or you can give one author 4 or 5 modules as per. There's no limit to that, but as we get the kits in first preference, we will be looking for the plagiarism check, and once it is as per our template, it will be approved and put up on our website, which will be shared to the PMMT portal. To begin making a teacher's e-kit, author will be selecting a topic or topics for a particular teacher's e-kit, which can be completed in one module. One module will be equivalent to around 1 hour of conventional class. So if as author you have selected the topic which requires 2-3 classes, then obviously you have to prepare 2 to 3 modules. Do not leave any topic in between. So we request that any topic you take it to completion, whether it is requiring one module preparation as teacher e-kit, or it requires 3 or 4 or 5 or even 10. But then it has to be done in time limits as we will be communicating to you. Now let me explain you what all needs to be submitted for one module of teachers e-kit as per our template, and these templates we will be sharing you through various WhatsApp group, Telegram groups that we have formed, and we will also share the format of the reviewer's report where you can identify a senior reviewer, take his or her guidance, and then that report also can be sent to us. And the mail for communication is tlcworkshop at the rate of tlckhalsa.in. So all your ready teachers e-kit along with the reviewer's report, or if you need templates, then you can send your query or submit these to this particular email ID, that is tlcworkshop at the rate of tlckhalsa.in. Now let me explain you what are these 4 minimum quadrants that you have to prepare, and what is the fifth or additional components that you can prepare. Let me first explain about the teacher's manual. Teacher's manual that you have to submit is a document file. It can be Word doc or it can be open source document. And first of all, you have to mention subject, like for chemistry, you'll be putting chemistry here, or commerce or economics. Which particular paper you have taken, that course title will be appearing here, and program, whether it is BSc program, BSc honors, BA, BCom and so on, it will be mentioned. Module title will be the particular topic, which particular topic that you are taking. Like for example, I will take chemistry examples. like you are mentioning aldol condensation, so you will be writing here. This part will remain unchanged, and the version which particular month and year you are submitting, that has to be mentioned here. Then we come to this tagging part. Teachers e-kit module title, you can mention, the title can be mentioned here, and along with that, if it is broken into 4 or 5 modules, then you can mention whether it is the first one, second one, or third of that particular one. And you can also mention the keywords. This is for futuristic use, like you do it for abstract. What are the important words, whether it's the SN2 substitution you are mentioning, SN1, or whatever. Inside you will have the search, like if any teacher has to search for this teacher's e-kit out of so many available, then what are the keywords they will be using for searching, all that should be mentioned here. Then this core team for conceptualization, designing and coordinating the development of teacher e-kit, this is not to be changed. Myself, I am the project head, and I am thankful for the contribution of my other team member, the senior ones, our chairman, Professor A.K. Bakshi, who is Vice Chancellor, PDM University, and former Professor, Department of Chemistry, University of Delhi. Our Vice Chairman, Professor K.V. Bhanumurthy, who will be also helping in the commerce and economics teachers e-kit development, and he is the former dean and head Department of Commerce, Delhi School of Economics, DU. My acknowledgements also to Dr. Jaswinder Singh, who is director of our center and principal, SCTB Khalsa College. He is again an economics expert, and he will also be contributing in this at the overall reviewing part. Then here is the placeholder where you can put here. As I mentioned, that they can be paper coordinators who can take responsibility of entire papers to be developed, so their names will come here. In addition, it's not only that if you are paper coordinator you cannot be author, so you can yourself contribute and coordinate with others also, so that the entire paper gets completed. So the first author, second author, if any, the name along with the institutions affiliations can come here, and whoever is the reviewer, that will also be coming here. This disclaimer is to be kept as such. Then the syllabi from the CBS model curriculum paper, you can mention that in this particular teacher's e-kit, what are the topics that are being covered as mentioned in the syllabi. This, if they are interrelated, you can mention, and if you are developing single, that can be left, because that, as I mentioned earlier, that if one topic is not completed in one particular module, then what are these 4 and 5 modules that you are developing, each of that module tag can be given. And the module tag, let me type one, it will be TEK, that is teachers e-kit, GAD TLC underscore subject. Subject will be like for chemistry, it will be CHEM. For commerce, it will be COMM. And for eco, it will be ECO. So you use these tags here. Like for economics, let us go for, then it is UG or PG level. So you will mention UG or PG accordingly. Then we'll say TH means theory. And then we'll say it is teacher's manual, and then you will write the topic, which particular topic that you have made, and then followed by the author name. So this forms the entire module tag. Title, obviously you know, and keywords I have explained earlier. So the same can be then put up in the beginning here. So this is of the present particular module, but if you are having this as continuous many, then you say here part 1 part 2 for the next one, part 3 for the next, and so on, and highlight that this particular one is which one. It is part 1, 2, 3, and the same names have to be used as the file names while submitting. The only thing which will change is whether it is the teacher's manual, or it is the teacher's assessment, or teacher's no more, or teacher's presentation. Now moving further, there will be a table of contents. In this table of content, this is an automated TOC that we have added, and what you can do is, once you have completed, modified this, you can then make it into a automated change, but this can be done later on. So what is inside the teacher's manual? First is the prerequisites. Prerequisites again remain, repeat, again let this question be there as such, and you try to answer and fill up this thing, like what are the prerequisites that my students should know before I teach them this topic. As I told you, this teacher secret we are making for others teachers, so it is a guiding tool for teachers, it is not a student's tool. So the other teacher will be reading like what are the prerequisites that my students should know before I teach them this topic. Then you can list them, that okay, in the before reading this particular concept, these are the earlier concepts or definitions or formulae, etc., which are to be there on tip. No need to explain them here. Explanation part you can do it in no more, and you can say to know more, refer to the no more section of this particular teacher secret. This has to be a crisp document. Going further, if is there any misconception or wrong way the student have understood these concepts till now which I need to clarify? So you can mention some of these misconceptions in the teachers no more, and say that refer to teachers e-kit. But if you feel that this entire thing is not applicable in your particular topic, then you can delete that particular entire part. No need to keep extra things. But as far as possible, I will request all of you to put as much information as you can around these questions, and add more also, whatever you have in your mind coming around this base template that we have evolved. And before we start a class, we can, as teachers, we also ask that in order to judge whether these prerequisites my students know or not, then what are those questions which will be asked to judge those prerequisites? Crisp one. These can be one word answer, or one sentence answer. These need not be full paragraph type of answers. So very quick ones, so that you are able to analyze in your entire class that whether the student know that particular prerequisite or not. So those questions can be mentioned here. You can add many, and it can be minimum one question, but if you are not writing anything, then you can delete this. But I will again request that it should be there, because that's how this has been designed. It is not the simple text which is written in the books. It is a guiding tool for the teachers to evolve, so that what other teachers they know from their experience, in order to judge the students, the same can be utilized by other teacher who may not be so much experienced in that particular topic. So it is about that. Then if you identify that yes, there are some students who don't know these prerequisites, what to do them? Obviously, give some opportunity or remedial class. That can be one suggestion to other teachers, or you can give notes to them, and these notes can be provided in the teachers no more section of that this particular kit, so that you can mention that it is there, and even teachers can know, and they can pass it on to their students. Now coming to the second part is the learning outcomes. Learning outcomes are very important, and now it is the learning outcome based CBCS curriculum also. So after teaching this particular topic, your students must be able to what learn what, comprehend what, explain what, apply what. So here I will say that refer to the Bloom's taxonomy of hierarchy, and accordingly the depth of the content must be evolved. Like for the same topic, BSc honor student will require different learning outcomes, and BSc program, students will have different learning outcomes. So that's how it, if the same topic is there, there will be two different teachers e-kit for BSc honors or BSc program topics, which will be then taken by these respective teachers. Coming to the next is getting starting. I think the way we start our class is has to be most interesting. So, what are the activities or some interesting facts which I can share with my students before I teach them this particular topic? If you can share that here. So, the details can be given in the teacher's number, and you can say activity 1 and activity 2. Briefly, you can write there, and you can write the detailed activity, that how it has to be done, so that teachers, out of maybe if 3 or 4 activities you give, they can decide which particular activity I can undertake in my classroom teaching. And these activities can be physical activities, group discussions, they can be paper mode, they can be some models can be used, and you can even give some activity based on some online quizzes and so on. So sky is the limit. So be creative and see what activities can be given here to introduce that particular topic to the student. How the concepts are being covered in this module are related with other concepts. So this can be like if you are dealing entire chapter or unit, there will be different uh, topics interrelated, but then this particular topic is where that entire concept map can be given in the form of a flow chart. And then you start with the introduction of this chapter. And before I go into introduction, let me go back. When we are talking about the concept map will be obviously same when you are having 4 or 5 related topics. It not it will be different, but then you highlight which particular part is being done in that particular teacher's e-kit that you are developing. Coming to the introduction you can give here, and how that particular topic can be introduced, and then what video or animation can be shown to the students to create interest towards this module. So this URL can be given. It can be a YouTube video, it can be any other, or you can go to the SWAM or the InflipNet or the CEC website and so on, and that's how it can be done. Then what activity can be done with the student at the time of introduction? If you feel there is some activity to be done, you can dial, or it can be deleted. Then you come to the first topic. And now coming to this particular topic, you may have various subtopics. So if you want to give only one topic, then this can be there. And if you want to replicate, it can be copied and pasted and then accordingly evolved. So like for first topic, as we are developing this for implementing the flipped classroom methodology, first you explain that particular topic in brief here, but in your own words, because this will be going through the plagiarism check. And then we talk about, in order to implement the flipped classroom, that if there are any video which can be given as homework to come prepared, which has to be open educational resource which the student can access easily, or you prepare your own video and that you can also submit, we will upload it on our TLC YouTube, then the student can come prepared from this particular video. And then after this, what can be discussed and explained in the classroom based on the video by various teachers. So this is very very important, and this is where we look forward for your creativity, that how the flipped classroom model can be implemented. We have given the theory which is explained here about it, which is the routine textbook things, but then after watching the video or going through this part, then what has to be discussed, what problem solving, what group discussions, and how we have to prepare our students to be ready for the further jobs and higher studies, so that all these skills can be evolved through various activities and discussions which can happen in classroom. So around this particular topic, what all can be discussed, that is what has to be described in this particular area. Then, especially dealing with some topics which are numerical based, which requires more problem solving, especially you can give some case studies, examples, no, several numerical problems. So all these can be given in brief here, or you can go into detail in no more for case. If you think it is going too lengthy, then you refer that there are these type of example one briefly you say, and example two, and solve numerical problems this, and refer to no more for this particular teacher's e-kit. And that teacher's e-kit no more component will be surely must have these particular explained there. Then, as I mentioned, this is also integrating pedagogy with the subject. And in our class, we have different level of learners. We have average learners, above average learners, and we have below average learners. So how during the interaction in our class, which is the formative assessment, what questions can I ask as a teacher from the students while teaching or after teaching this particular topic? So difficulty level is very important. So difficulty level, you can mention difficulty level 1 for easy question. Then you can mention difficulty level 2 for a moderate level question, and difficulty level 3 for a difficult question. So that's how you can categorize. You can write the answer as well, and that will be guiding to the teachers. Similarly, the next question, and so on. In addition, as many of you must have attended our workshop, or if not, we can conduct some webinars on this, that they can be ICT enabled files. Like you can have Excels having automated formulas with some cells which are hidden and which cannot be changed, and others as you change the value, automatically the answer comes. Like for example, if you have some graph type of thing and numerical based on graph, then the students can vary so many permutation combination using these excels and see the results, what graph will be there as they are having these varied. Similarly, you can also have Similarly, you may have some multi-step numerical problems where for each of them you can give stepwise answer, and maybe we will be sharing some examples around these as you start preparing these particular teacher kit. Or you can give URL of the site where some simulation has been there. So many open educational resources, you will find that there are already sites where the graph plotting and the diagrams, the simulations, the animations are possible. So all that link can also be given. It's not that you have to create it, but around that topic, you please search what all creativity by integrating ICT tools can be done. That also can be given. Then you can also mention here what group activity or project can be given to the student for this particular topic, and then what ICT tools can be given for practice. And here ICT tools, I will request that all of you do prepare some hot potatoes, crosswords, or other quizzes and submit them along. This will be essential fifth component that I'll be also talking in detail. And this again, we have done many training, and we will be sharing some videos how you can do the preparation of these crosswords, which are, again, this is a free tool which you can use. If there are other topics that you can give another heading, repeat this entire part and put that topic also, or any other feature that you like to add. This is just a base feature. If you feel that okay, I want to know a subject, I want to add something more, then just give the title of that and describe it at particular position here. Then you have to mention the summary will be in the bulleted format. So when you're writing, I'm just writing it as template, but finally it will be this will be removed, and you have to give the summary in the bulleted form. Then references are again very important. You can mention the first reference, second, third, and this has to be done as per the APA style so as the uniformity is there. And how to write in APA style, you can refer to this, or there are many websites which you can refer to. So I'm sure that this first component, where it is a teacher's manual, it's a guide for teachers how to take things in the classroom in order to implement the blended learning, especially through the flipped classroom model, has been explained. Now I will explain the second component of the teacher's e-kit, and that is the teacher's assignment. In the teacher's assignment, again, these things are common. You have to mention the subject, the paper title, the program title, and the module title. And rest these things are as earlier. So once you have prepared one, that can be put up here also. Now here it is about the assignment, that is using these base questions, the teachers will be able to mix and match and give assignments to their students. So minimum number of questions, we have kept some number in order to fulfill the requirement of submission and for uniformity, but then any number, if you think there are more questions possible, please mention more questions. So 5 subjective questions and 10 objective question is what is minimum requirement. And how you have to write, you have to mention the level of difficulty, whether it is 1 or 2 or 3. So if it is an easy question, then you simply say 1 and let easy also remain, because if any new teacher is using, whether 1 is for easy or difficult will not be clear. So this is how you have to mention. If it is moderate, then you mention 2 with moderate, and if it is difficult, then you say it is 3 and it is difficult. Then you mention the question here and then answer or hint. The answer is not to be in detail because the teachers will be using, so it is not to be prepared as a guide or kunji, but just as a tool to help them that okay, using this particular equation, this is the final answer, or these are the steps broadly. So some idea as the answer or hint. Similarly, objective questions, when we come, there are 10 questions MCQ. No question should contain all of the above or none of the above assumption, because futuristically, once these question banks are ready and you are using some learning management system for your virtual class between you and your students, you can even use these questions in your virtual group for making online quizzes. So that's why we have preferred MCQ. But then if you are preparing some other type of questions, that can be submitted additionally as interactive hot potatoes quizzes. So here we are asking only for MCQs. So 4 options A, B, C, D. Correct option as A or B or C or D, and feedback for correct and incorrect option is very important. So if the student clicks on a correct answer, then what additionally, you don't say it's just simply correct. Like in classroom, if student gives any answer, then we reinforce with further knowledge and information. So that's what has to be given, so that it is just not that the student has clipped by chance, but there is more learning happening at the self assessment as well. And for feedback for incorrect option should be that if the student has clicked on the incorrect option, then why it is incorrect. So that feedback has to be. Sometime you may be having that A, B, and C, if they are incorrect and D is the correct option, then you may have different feedback for A, B, as C. So please mention that for A, this is the feedback. For B, it will be, and for C, it is this feedback. So that also can be worked out. So that's how you have to prepare around 10 MCQs minimum, but any more number is always a welcome. Then crossword, you have to provide at least 20 words, and here this is the serial number. You can prepare make 1, 2, 3, and so on. So 20 words you have to make, and then make it as a single word and the corresponding hint or meaning that you'll be providing, and then using this you have to submit the hot potatoes version also. So that can be done. But while preparing these words or hints, you have to be very clear that if it is like, if I say it is an insumer, then it is the, we say it is non superimposable 3D structures of chemical compounds and so on. So just one, but don't make it like a two-word thing. It will be preferred that if you have a single word here and no dash in between, because technically in the hot potatoes version that is not possible. But if you do mentioning, then you do mention in the bracket that there is a hyphen and there are two letter words, one having these alphabets and other having this. Like, you can refer to the routine crosswords that you have for other topics. And you can also submit some other interactive quiz or questions, and you can also provide some link to external interactive quizzes if you find that also can be made. So this particular quadrant is all about assignment and using mix and match of this. Any new teacher can identify the level of learners in or her or classroom using these various ICT tools, as well as give them different level of questions. So this is just providing good questions to the teachers along with the answers in interactive format. Now coming to the third component, which is teachers no more. Teachers no more is, again, the initial parts are same. First of all, you will mention the suggested readings, web links, but please prefer the non-commercial sites, interesting facts, and these interesting facts in details you can describe here, activity as I mentioned you can describe here, and the reference can be given in the teacher's manual. So all these interesting facts, activities, notes for students for prerequisites, did you know, glossary or timeline, like how this particular topic was evolved over the years. In this year, some picture of the scientist or what description that you can give, common misconception can be given, or any other value addition that you think can be added for your own particular topic. And whatever is not relevant, you can even delete that part and submit it as a final document which will be ready for publishing and giving it to the other teachers of our country. So this is taking it like no more. In addition, I will say that here the idea is to take the boundary of the syllabus diffuse for the higher education learner, because it is not only the syllabi but some interesting fact, activities, various did you know, points to ponder, some common misconceptions, glossary. All these will help students evolve that particular topic, and they will be interested towards higher learning in this particular field. So that's the main idea, that how the interest can be retained or generated for the students who are learning this particular topic. Now let me talk about one very important component of this teacher's e-kit, which is teacher's presentation. Yes, it is nothing but a PowerPoint presentation that, as a tech savvy teacher, you will require in your classrooms of the future, where you will have projectors, you will have the screen capture tools, and you'll have the writing boards and so on. So what base material as a PowerPoint should be there so that you can deliver that in a blended learning mode. So this teacher's e-kit part is the teacher's presentation. So initial these two slides, you have to mention the module title and the
these program title, theory paper, other information as such. And you have to mention the month and the year, that can be of the publishing, and your name, paper coordinator, author 1, 2, reviewer, so on, that can be filled. Disclaimer has to be as such. And then here we have now given you all free space to be creative. This is a separator slide for topics that you have to use, and then you have to put the headings, subheadings, and so on, slide for topic. This you can replicate and multiply and be your own, the white background that we have taken, so that the text will be visible. But even if you feel that you have to go into colored things, then in between, in these two slides, you can work out any variation, and it will be ending with this. But then how this PPT has to be designed, it's not that the entire teacher manual has to be copied and pasted. That will be the base, but then this is what is the teacher is carrying and delivering in the class. So you can even embed some video, provide that link there, that okay, now I'll be showing this video, now let us do this calculation, now this is the main theory. And when you're making PowerPoint presentation, do not write everything. It is the points which for teachers have to be as reference. Students should not feel that okay, everything is there in the PPT, you just give the PPT, sir or ma'am, we don't require you. So that should not be. Teacher use be using these tools to empower themselves, not that replacement happens. So these are the tools which will be used by you in your classroom and by other teachers in the classroom. So PowerPoint is the most important tool. And how creatively you can take substance from your teacher's manual, from your teacher's assessment, from no more, all along with some interesting videos, some interactive quizzes, all can be integrated and put up, and that is what will be the teacher's presentation. And this will be same as such, which will be at the end as in our templates, and that is what is about the teacher's presentation.
The fifth component can be any additional file depending on the topic on which you're writing teacher's e-kit. Like, it can be interactive crossword or quizzes as HTML files, and you also send the editable files using software like Hot Potatoes. It can be a screen capture video or you explaining the topic as your own video. It can be an animation video or simulation files. It can be an automated Excel file with inbuilt formulae, graph, etc., which teachers can use in their classroom. And it can be any other file that you feel appropriate for making the topic simple so that other teachers can use it for implementing blended learning in their classrooms.
So, dear teachers, I'm sure you're clear about these templates, and I look forward to your contribution in this national endeavor. If there are any queries, mail us to this email ID, that is tlcworkshop at the rate of tlckhalsa.in. And I request all my dear friends whom either we have trained or otherwise they know about various screen capture tools or ICT quizzes, how they can be made. So please come forward, prepare videos like this, and help our other teachers to learn more. We'll also be trying to make some webinars so that your contribution can be sought and you can all contribute towards making it a digital enabled work. And as a result, let us be empowered and empower other teachers in this process. Thank you.